afternoon, everyone. Excuse me, this is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call. For September 24th, 2020, Thursday. Through the course of a lifetime, and I really don't think any of us are exempt from this, we all seem to get pulled into this feeling of falling off the path. And that's usually when the frail, egoic human persona takes over. And we tend to get wrapped up in identifying ourselves as small and limited and powerless. And time-bound beings who are temporarily imprisoned in a physical mankind form. And we all know that man, and hue, and we're so used to using that word, the hue man. The hue is the color of the skin and of the man, the hue of the man. Kind of silly. We've all practiced that through literally thousands of years, so we just feel comfortable with it. But in actuality, it is mankind. So the mankind experience can hypnotize us into believing that we are lost, poor, insecure, unhappy, or simply off track. So the good news is that the truth is always much bigger than the mind can fathom. And whenever we perceive life to be some random, challenging, confusing experience, take an afternoon to digest these 5 secrets. They will open up the inner avenues of connection so each of us can reestablish the heartfelt relationship with our spiritual essence and soon discover the all-powerful, magical, manifesting beings creating the reality that we truly are again. And the first thing that's suggested that we do is it's opening a doorway to meeting our sacred soul, which starts with feeling into our basic core nature. It's like you ask yourself, who am I? Who are you at the very innermost core level? Well, each of us are a super powerful divine being. And exploring these exposes, we become the highest authority of our reality and our lives, where we decide what is real and what is not. We are the ones who are constantly seeing, believing, and perceiving reality we think is true. And the mind is always right about what it believes is real. It's never wrong about what direction it's thinking and believing. Now, even if you fall off the deep end and you believe that 1 + 2 = 4, the mind will be very righteous about that. I'm sure you guys have met people like that, where they will state something, and no matter what, even though you view it and go, wait a minute, that's just not right, that doesn't work, they are very righteous about it working, and that's it, period. That's the way it is. So the mind is all coiled up in an old habit of making up fantastic stories about who and what you are and are not. So when this mind drops, you drop into your core basic nature, which is mindless, still, and free from all thought. So when the mind drops, you drop into your core basic nature. Mindless, you are out of the mind. You're still and you're free from all thought. Now, the mind will try to say that you are not enough of this. And too much of that. And here's where we are challenged, because can you imagine that your mind, which is an illusion, it tries to get you to listen to it. And it does this with every one of us. But don't listen to the mind. Don't listen to it. We all listen to it a lot. Listen to your heart instead. And you can shift this. You can shift it. But what happens is that we think we shift it. You see, we think, because we use the mind, that we believe we've shifted to the heart mind instead. You can tell when you're still, if the mind is tricking you to make you believe that you are working from the heart mind, but you're not. You're working from the mind. You can feel it. You'll know where it's at. You'll either feel it in the heart area, a warm wave feeling, or you'll feel it in the head. And you'll immediately know, I'm not coming from the heart mind. I'm still in the mind, the head. So you choose, each of us choose, to not listen to the mind. I know that sounds a little strange to some people. How do you not listen to your mind? You move to your heart, and there's an unlimited field of loving, sweet energy in your heart. Unlimited, so it's limitless, which is the doorway to having a full body, deeply healing spiritual awakening experience. But see, the mind doesn't want you to do that. It wants you to be with it. And the second step to revealing our souls is found within this space-time continuum. Where would the soul reside if it was simply resting and relaxing at the center of you, each and every one of us? Where would it reside? Where specifically and exactly is the core of you? And when you look within yourself, where in space and time is the very center of this thing called you? And when you find it, rest for many hours in the space. You just kick back and you stay there. And what happens is that you decide to do that because only you can. No one else can decide for you. You do decide for yourself. So you'll discover that you are pure, powerful, perfect, sweet, complete, and consciousness, complete consciousness. And you will find that you are the source of divine perfection. How spectacular is that? But that's only if you choose to leave the mind. And it's not that hard. See, people say, how the heck do you do that? You go into silence and you go through the heart. And you know how to do that. You know how to go into the heart and to stay there, no matter what the mind does, because the mind will be there going, oh no, come on, get out of there. Get over here with me, come on. And the more that each of us can relax into our center, the easier it becomes to realize there never ever was anything wrong with any of us. The more we can relax into our center, the easier it becomes to realize that there never, ever, ever was anything wrong with any of us. That was all just a big fancy show of the mind, fabricating new stories again and again and again. Our souls are beyond the mind. It is the ever-present, eternal witness at the core essence of each and every one of us, and it is always there, always available, and ready to be explored. inner journey everyone is seeking. It really, truly is. Doesn't mean everybody knows this specifically, but it is. It's the inner journey for all of us, for every one of us, that which we are seeking. It's the one that can take lifetimes to discover. And until we find it, we cannot know deep, everlasting peace. But it's not a situation to worry. It is predestined that we will find our souls. And this spiritual stream of sacredness follows us wherever we go. And Robert Adams put it, I'd say, pretty good. I've stated this before. There are no mistakes anywhere at any time. What appears to be wrong is simply our own false imagination. False imagination. We have a true imagination, we have a false imagination. When we can really relax deep down into the core of our being, the eyes of the soul begin seeing through us. We can perceive the universal spiritual path within the mundane and understand how it's truly impossible to screw up this life. You ever hear people say, boy, I've really screwed my life up? You cannot. Because it's all experience. There's no real right or wrong. We make the statement, this is wrong, this is right. But in the true essence of everything, there's no way that you literally can screw your life up. So when we relax, we begin to truly trust life. How many of you trust life? That's a question to ponder for yourselves. We can feel like we have an infinite amount of time, energy, resources, creativity, and knowledge to get it right. Only in a very deep relaxation can we surrender enough to bathe in our soul's true eternal essence. The ego and the mind are set on the back burner. When we talk about that, the ego and the mind are set on the back burner. Do you use your back burner on your stove much? What do you usually use on your stove? Front burners, right? Unless you have a huge cooking spree going on, but you use the front burner. If you're single, there's no second guessing about it if we have arrived in the parking lot of our soul or not. It's so obvious, it's like the difference between knowing the sun is shining or not. And there is only this pure feeling of knowing and getting that we are all unlimited, unbounded, perfect beings connected in each moment to an infinite stream of conscious, intelligent energy. The soul makes us wake up and realize that we can do the impossible, which would be nothing is impossible. Its energy is so powerful, eternal, and cannot be changed. The more we relax into this understanding, the more we stop fighting with our minds and its list of unfulfilled desires. We simply give up following our thoughts blindly around and begin relaxing beneath them into the quiet solitude underneath the mind, which makes everything in life more interesting and less challenging than it needs to be. And the third step is to unveiling our spiritual amazingness is in the practice of a thing called trust. The universe is always protecting each and every single one of us. It does not judge. It does not ridicule. It does not cut you down because it knows you are divine perfection. And that is why it's always protecting protecting each and every one of us, helping us, and serving our highest good. It has never abandoned any of us, and it is always here assisting us to blaze through our challenges and to find our greatest possible joy in this life. And when we trust in this process, truly trust in this process through the heart-mind, everything changes in your perception and reality. And the universe is conspiring in your favor. It wants what you want. Be a pronoiac, not a paranoiac. Just notice what it feels like to sit back and relax into the feeling of trusting in the universe and knowing it is guiding each and every single one of us. And when we practice the trust vibe, we can listen easily to the subtle hints from the universe. And we know our life purpose and spiritual direction, and we stop ignoring it. The trusting signs are there. All you got to do is look for them. Take heed. Stop getting in the way of your highest possibility. It is in trusting this universe that we can give ourselves permission to create into reality, to manifest the most amazing, miraculous life we could ever imagine. And we actually get what we truly want through trusting. How many of us truly trust this? Truly trust the universe? We stop settling for a fear-based, rushed lifestyle that we really don't desire. So every one of us are invited right now to take time to settle ourselves into the energy of trust right now. So you breath it into your body. Breathe it in. Feel it inside your hearts. Practice this one all day long, all night long. Notice how good this feels. See if you can notice how many ways the universe is guiding, assisting, and protecting you in the next 48 hours. It is an amazing feeling when you can remain in the state of trust all week long, as it is this energy which opens the door to let your soul's full presence to come flying through. We step into discovering our soul comes from recognizing and letting go of our fears. So it's up to us, each of us, to take the time when we're in the grocery line to find out what we're truly afraid of in life. Look deeply inside and face whatever old dark demons are inside you. They're just you hiding from your own soul. Your fears are not meant to haunt you and stay with you forever. This is not their purpose. If you are not facing your fears every day, then they are not fully serving you. You're meant to work with fear. Push up against it so that you expand your sense of self and grow beyond it. Release your attachments to what the fear means. Realize each one is merely a ridiculous, misguided thought. That's all it is. Isn't it crazy? We have these misguided thoughts, and we just inadvertently, we grab them and we embrace them, we create them in reality, and there we go. The fear rides on. How many of us will face every fear that arises? How many? You get to know your true warrior self as an all-loving, all-powerful, fearless, multi-dimensional spiritual being with unlimited potentiality. Who knew the darkness would lead us to the light? And with just a little exploration, and our daily journey home becomes a very sacred healing process. And this is so true by L. Ron Hubbard. Only you can say where the road goes. Everyone sets his or her goals for the hour, for the relationship, and for every phase of life. Only you can say where the road goes. No one else, just you. We move to the fifth step to uncovering our sparkling bright soul comes from retraining our brains to be alert and remain focused only on that which are truly desires, which we truly desire. What do you want in this life? What you want wants you to have it. And when you can keep your mind focusing on what you want and off of what you don't want, the most amazing things will be created into reality in your presence. Nobody wants to hear what's on your long list of complaints. Put your kingdom of don't wants up for sale. Put big, if you want, put a big neon sign up that these are my don't wants and they're for sale. And then recalibrate your minds to meditate on what you do desire. What are those things that make your heart sing? And it's a simple refocusing of the mind on what you want in this life is incredibly powerful and transformative. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of you. There's no bearing on that. That's the illusion. That's the entertainment. That's the experience should you decide to accept it. Doesn't matter what this guru says or that guru says or this all-knowing or this all-knowing. It's simple. You refocus the mind on what you want in this life, and it's incredibly powerful and transformative. And once the mind comes around to the conclusion that as long as it's focusing on what it doesn't want, it's never going to be happy. And then it starts to rely more on pure awareness to liberate it. So the mind is already deeply trained and programmed to rewind and replay the same 60,000 thoughts it had yesterday. It doesn't like to deviate from the norm. Yet, when any of us, when we choose to redirect it to remain focused on what we want to think about all day long, our soul peeks through and opens everything up. Like a flower meeting the first morning rays of sunshine, you come to feel the amazing warmth that is inside your being. This is the day you truly know your soul intimately, and it will show everyone in the most natural, unassuming ways the all-powerful, unconditionally loving being each and every one of us already are. And this is Osho. Don't waste your life for that which is going to be taken away. Trust life. Trust God. If you trust, only then can you drop your knowledge. Only then can you put your mind aside. And with trust, something immense opens up. Then this life is no longer ordinary life, and it becomes full of God overflowing. Things to ponder. Directions. The flow. How we perceive things. Understanding it's truly impossible to screw this life up. No matter how you perceive it, no matter how the mind directs you to it, it can't be done. You're never going to screw up your life. I hear this a lot from people. I've heard it a lot through the years. It's the mind directing you. And it's a continual process for each and every one of us. It's a constant surrendering. Do you really want the mind to be in charge? Really? Or would you like the heart mind to be front and center? It's your choice. It's no one else's. It's always been your choice, each and every one of us. So when we're moving through the heart mind in this meditation, each of us affect each of us, and each of us affects all things, everything and everything. And when you begin to master within you, realize the externalism is an illusion. It is only created to entertain you and to give you some experience. The real source of your essence is within you. The true happiness is within each and every one of us. It isn't out there. It isn't. All of us can enjoy this life. All of us. It is through our own choosing. For each of us are here to experience it all. And our destiny is to experience everything, the totality of this existence, and learn how to welcome all of life with open petals. And our petals naturally receive any light or darkness that is given. When it's sunny, just allow the warm, nourishing rays to reach deep into your core, enter the stem of your tender heart. And you must trust the light that is coming into you, as well as the cool, wet nutrients soaking into your roots. Allow for both light and dark. They will provide you with the most healing, nourishing, grounding stability. This is why the caribou and the wolf are one. For the caribou feeds the wolf, but it is the wolf that keeps the caribou strong. It's good to know your real vitality and strength comes from living as close to your mother, nature, as you possibly can. She will provide all your needs and teach you how to be soft and healthy, yet resilient and strong. You do your best to keep your petals up whenever her dark clouds, persistent winds, or cold hail may beat you down in mid-spring. Just relax and remain deeply rooted in your souls, in your soils. When times are tough, feel your sweet, deep mother is always there supporting your life. Her dark, rich soil is your home. This is where you came from, and this is where you will return one day again in the future. And we're only talking about the body. And yes, you may find during the short course of your life, your great mother may bring harsher environmental elements to challenge you. Know that she is trying to stir up your soil so that your roots reach deeper into her secure earth. She might cause a tornado or a great thunderstorm to pass through, and it could threaten to uproot your entire life. Don't take her high-pressure winds or dark clouds too personally. She is just reminding each and every one of us to remain humble, to know our smallness in this vast universe, so we can have even more appreciation and perspective on life. All her soft and hard elements are gifts to balance out your sense of self. This way, none of us, each of us, don't get too high on ourselves or too low. And when we are in the middle, it's much easier to feel one with your mother and to see how her entire universe was never separate from you, yet the most important part of you. Other flowers often say it's good practice to not take this short life too seriously or too personally. Just know that whatever and whenever your mother was harsh with you, she was only fiercely loving you, trying to make you stronger. Just welcome all of her challenges and know they are the essential nutrients needed for you to blossom fully and bear new seeds. Hey, it's an amazing, amazing skill to learn how to survive under 3 feet of heavy snow. All those heavy times will only make you smile when the light, warm, sunny days happen to arrive. And all of us, sooner or later, will leave these bodies. We are all wild, free spirits, and we live on and on and on forever. So there is no need to be afraid of anything. You can stop trying to close your petals and protect yourself if a bear, bunny, or cloud passes by. Just enjoy living in the wilderness. This one life contains the best of times and the worst of times, so enjoy it all as best you can. You will survive those dark, empty nights. Just trust that the warm sunshine will arrive when dawn breaks. It is said that by allowing for every succulent, dark, and light experience to be part of you, the richest and sweetest fragrance is cultivated within. And each of us, all of us, if we believe and trust, and we work from the heart-mind, the rest is displayed right in front of each and every one of us. And then we can choose. And the universe is there every single step of the way. The universe is you. The universe is within you. It's also outside of you. It's above you and below you. It's everywhere. Trust in you and the universe. Trust. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing we want to do is relax the body. Relax the body. Let go of anything that you feel does not serve you the greater good. Anything. Worries, stresses, fears, anxieties. All of it. Do you really wish to carry it through this life? I don't think so. So let's just let them go. Surrender them. Surrender doesn't mean giving up or quitting or losing things. It just means letting it go. You don't care to carry it. The body responds. The shoulders drop. The stress frequencies leave. And you're at ease. And then you move into the now. And the now is all we have. Do you have the past? No, it's gone. Do you have the future? No, it's not there yet. So all we have really is the now. And the now stills the mind. And it stills the ego. Because in the now, all you're focused on is exact moment to moment. Whether you're scratching your leg, belching, hiccuping, whatever it may be, you're focused on only the moment. So the mind doesn't have a chance to start throwing thousands of thoughts at you. You still it. That's how crucial and powerful being in the now is. Some of us will go into the past, and some of us all have reminisced in a song or something, and we go into the past, and we go, wow, this was nice, it feels so good. But then we move out of it, and we hopefully, instead of zipping into a future that doesn't exist and wondering, we stay in the now. Unfortunately, some of us will stay in the past so long that it seduces us to the extent where we will bring the past into a future that doesn't exist, create that future from that past, and relive that past in that future. And then we wonder, why does it feel like I keep running in circles and I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel going nowhere in this life? And the moment, the space between heartbeats, the now, is exactly what creates our futures. And then, as the body is relaxed and we're in the now, we want to breathe. And we want to breath in through our noses, easy, and then easily out the mouth. The breath is divine positive energy. The breath supports the body. Okay? The body is within the God. So the body supports the kingdom of God within it. So it's divine positive energy. So as we're relaxing the body and we're in the now, in the moment to moment, we have 7 chakras, energy vortexes that run right through the center of our bodies. These are very important for us because they identify the flow of our chi, our prana, our godlight energy. And these energy vortexes are all different colored wheels of light. Each one is a different flower. Each one is a different geometrical shape in the center of the flower. We start with the root chakra, the Muladhara. This represents our foundation and feeling of being grounded. And the location, it's the base of the spine, tailbone area. And our emotional connections or issues, survival issues such as financial independence, money and food. Our physical connection or association is our spine, our rectum, our legs, our arms, and our circulatory system. Then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. It is our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. What's the location? It's in our lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. What are our emotional issues or connections? Sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. Then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This is our ability to be confident and in the flow and in the mastery of our lives. And the location is upper abdomen in the stomach area. And our emotional connections or issues are self-worth, self-confidence, and self-esteem. Physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. Then we move to the green wheel of light, the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the anahata. This is our ability to love. Location is center of our chest, just above the heart. Emotional issues, love, joy, and inner peace. Our physical connection or association is the heart, the thymus, the lower lung, circulatory system, and immune system. And then we go to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. It's our ability to communicate in our throat. Emotional issues, connections or communication, self-expression of feelings, truth. And the physical association, connection is the thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, and vocal cords. Then we go to the indigo wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the ajna. It's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. And it's located in the forehead between the eyes. So it's kind of like the brow chakra. And emotional issues or connections are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think, make decisions. Physical association, connection, pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. And then we move to the crown chakra, the Vajra. This is the violet wheel of light. It's the highest chakra, and it represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually. Could this be the gateway, part of the gateway to the God within, to the pure consciousness and beyond? Location, the very top of the head. Emotional issues, inner and outer beauty. Our connection to spirituality, pure bliss, physical association, pineal gland, brain, nervous system. And we take this wonderful divine positive energy, this breath, and we pull it all the way. We bring it right through the center of these wheels, these vortexes, these chakras, the bridge between spiritual and physical, physical and spiritual. and our chi, our godlight energy, our essence with it, all the way to the top of the crown chakra, right at the top of the head. And we hold it briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, we condense it into pure liquid energy, and we release it over our pineal gland. The pineal gland is very important to each and every one of us while we're in these bodies. It is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It is the gateway to pure consciousness, the God, and beyond. It is constantly being attacked, it's constantly being suppressed and stiffified, so it cannot function properly. But this is unacceptable. So this pure liquid energy, you look at the pineal gland as a pine cone, a raisin, a prune. I see it as a rosebud. Well, got green ball. And I release this liquid energy over it, and it thrives. It blooms full blossom, full bloom rose, multicolored petals, and a beautiful fragrance, and it is eternal. And it's sending out pulse waves of soft frequency and energy. And it's fully operational, and it opens all the gateways effortlessly, so we can be everywhere at once, or nowhere at once. We also are consciously aware that each and every one of us, that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And we're all one. We're all love, and we're all God, and we're merged. The God, the pure consciousness, the higher self, the soul, the spirit, the body, the heart, mind, one. We are heaven on this earth. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. And this is a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. So we don't see them like we see each other. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they are with us. Now we meet them in this life, all of us, one time or another, more than once. We don't see it in the meeting, in the interaction, but we feel it and we know it afterwards. And it's phenomenal, it's blissful. Are we them? Yes. Are they us? Yes. Now, thousands can surround any one of us at any one time because their vibrational frequency allows them to hold a large number in a small area. They've been assisting us since the beginning as we have them. Then we have the Ascended Masters. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, many, many, many more. And only those that are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. Now, they've ascended out of body and maintain or hold God form, pure consciousness. We have ascended into body to experience body, physical form. Are they us and are we them? Yes. And only those that are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and forming the circle of light. And they are with us. Three groups of us, all one, yet all different. We are compelled to call out to the other reflections, aspects, and facets of all of us, of Creator Source. So we upon all of the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the googleplexes. One googleplex fills this universe, fills it. They come in trillions of googleplexes from every direction, and they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, inner earth, many, many, many civilizations and species, and only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, all of the galactics, the celestials, all of them. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a small fraction of them, somewhat familiar. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every single day. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, this includes all the levels and species of them. And remember, all civilizations contain the light and the dark, so they contain the good and the not so good. We have the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the felines, Zeta Reticuli, the Gray, the Nord, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, and the Avian, and many, many, many more. They have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, and freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of life. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, this meditation, in the form of the circle of light. And there's trillions of them. And only those that are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, this meditation, in the form of the circle of light. None of us would be here if we weren't in a higher frequency. We wouldn't be in this meditation. And just to name a fraction of them, because they come in the trillions, and we only see about 1%. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they are with us now. We're all together, all of our gods, all one, arm in arm, hand in hand. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and abundance. We're all one. God light energy continues to intensify and expand, and is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And a massive expansion of light is created as the gods within each and every one of us shine. This brilliant circle of light is so white and so bright that it grays out the darkness of space. It would take at least 1 billion of the suns in this solar system to even come close to its brilliance. It's pure love. Pure, deep, eternal love. And it's flooding all of us. Everything and everything, inside and out, head to toe. All of our brothers and sisters. Every single one of us. On and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this circle of light that we have formed. The vibrational frequencies are off the charts. And they continue to intensify, and they continue to expand. So as we begin to levitate, ascend up above this planet, we're met with a gossamer field. It's filled with trillions of reflective mirrors. All reflections of all of us gathered here in this meditation for the liberation of this planet. All of us reflecting back and forth brilliant, vibrant colors. Glitter everywhere. And we're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds us that each and every one of us are the power of healing. We are then met with the purple transmuting flame, and we're also met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. That flaming light reminds each and every one of us of our omnipotent power, our strength, our resolve. Then we have the white fire. The white fire is an armor that imbues us head to toe, inside and out, every single one of us. It is of the highest high vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love. And it cannot be penetrated by any external source or authority. Nothing can penetrate it externally. I don't care how powerful you believe something is externally, it cannot breach your field. But only you have the power that if you decide to drop low enough in vibrational frequency, whether consciously or unconsciously, you will drop low enough, you will create a breach in your field, in your armor. This will allow the lower dark matter frequencies and lower survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. You already have the purple transmuting flame. So you can immediately employ it to transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance and send them back to pure consciousness where they are no more. You're then met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can literally rebalance and harmonize all of the frequencies, seal the breach, restore our harmony to deep eternal love, head to toe, inside and out. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us of what we are. We're the sunsets, we're the ocean, we're the forest, we're the rainbows, we're the sunrises. What you see or experience here is all of us. Whatever you see is a reflection of us, of what we are. The sunsets, the sunrises, all of it. The skies, the clouds, the rain. It is a reflection of certain aspects of us. As we continue to levitate above the planet, some of us step outside our physical form, and float effortlessly above the body. And as we do this, we come across this massive crystalline light tower larger than the solar system. And we created it. You see in the center of it, of the column, this massive, it's a aura, it's oblong, and in the center is golden white light prisming out softly like a pulse wave of beautiful golden white light. And around it are trillions of different colors doing the same, vibrating out waves of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance, flooding us all of us, head to toe, inside and out, eternally. And at the top, we designed it so it has the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees. And it's flooding all of us, saturating everything in deep, pure, eternal love. It's everywhere. All of us are drops of that golden ocean. And all of us hold the essence of that ocean. We then see our meditative sphere. Set center circle. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. It holds over 1,000 of our meditations in perpetual motion, all being directed by all of us gathered here. Everything and everything throughout all the universes, throughout all existence, within existence, for the liberation of this planet Earth Gaia, and this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. It is massive. It can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. And it is our choice, through the heart minds, to implicitly trust the universe and go with the flow and embrace every aspect of this life, because it is all of it, high or low, perfect as it is right now. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close this out. mouth. Move slowly. And choose to trust completely in the universe. And once you choose, there's no going back. Why would you? Complete, unmitigated trust eternally in the universe. Take this with you for the rest of the day.